guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Kyle.
Yes. So, before we start, I concede. Great game, thanks for playing, see you later. No, as you've seen from the thumbnail, it is Chaos Knights on their channel debut versus, I really fancy playing Necrons. Originally this was going to be against Guard, then it was going to be against Nids, and then I was like, yeah, I fancy playing Necrons. It's been a while since I've personally played them, so I thought, why not? Why not bring some big guns against some big
boys?
Big boys, yeah.
Yeah, so with the Knights debut on the channel, these guys are going to be sticking around. They are pretty much a home army. Once I waver David into submission and leaving him. So David, guy on the channel, as you've all seen, has lent some of these models and some are mine. And with regards to the Knights coming out, there'll be a lot more coming along the way. You guys will see him obviously in the army overview. And yeah, I'm really excited. A lot going on. You know, with regards to like the favours, so you obviously get a blessing from your Chaos gods. And then obviously you've got your strats and your harbingers of dread as well, which is just another layer and layer. I will try my best to remember everything, and I will try to go over it as best I can as well for you guys. But it should be good. We're doing match play as well.
Yeah, match play. We are playing.
1 second, guys. Is on there?
Oh no, it's not. No.
Oh,
Abandoned Sanctuaries. I opened it up on the page. So that is a take and hold mission. Hold 1, hold 2, hold more. Then secure the sanctuaries. It's the one in the middle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you get points, additional points if you hold the middle objective or you kill people in the middle objective. So you know everyone's going to be going really. Kind of excited to go back to some match play before another war zone, but let's not get into being bitter as of yet. But yeah, we're going to mix up now and again. We're going to obviously do some match play. We're going to do some Tempest of War, just to keep it fresh and keep it exciting for us as well, really. But yeah, enough waffling, I guess.
Yeah, let's go see them armies. See you in a moment, guys.
Welcome to 1,750 points of House Herpetrax today. Dum dum dum. So yeah, as we said earlier, this a mishmash of colours and variants, but it fits regards to the flavours of the gods themselves. So we've kind of got a Nurgle-esque one here, painted up by David, and this Tzeentch one there as well, in all its glory. Fantastic models indeed. Would you believe this was from eBay and I didn't have to do anything with it, and it matches the basing and the kind of themes, so it was like destiny. A lot going on here with Chaos Knights, so I apologise in advance if I missed anything. It's the first time I've ever used Knights, and I am very excited. So what I will do with the Warlord traits and relics, they'll be in the description below, and I will go through them in game. I have burnt 1 CP to give him 2 Warlord traits, and I have burnt a CP to give him the character keyword so he can get a Warlord trait as well. Regards to the Chaos favours, again in the description below, but I will make sure I go through them in game as well. There's quite a few. I think everything barring the little red one has got one just to showcase, so I've got a bit of variant there, but I will make sure I tell you all and what they do. If anyone's not knowing what favours are, you get a base, you pay points and you get a base ability. If a war dog kills 5 wounds or more, they activate the second ability. This guy needs 10 and this guy needs 15. But with all the guns in there, you like to think he could probably do that. So today my Warlord is the Rampager. He has the claw and the chain sword. I've given him the Teeth That Hunger Warlord trait, which basically makes it strength 16 in combat. He gets an extra attack. Because my household is Iconoclast, I get an extra attack and AP in combat. You can see where this is going. He's going to have a lot of attacks, and he's going to slice and dice off with them Necrons. Going over to the big guy himself. All the guns, Melter, the 2 in cannons, the 2 missiles. I'm very excited to see how badly I roll with this, but this guy is an absolute beast. If anyone doesn't know what the household does, Herpetrax, it gives plus 4 wounds to the big guys. He's 32 wounds if I'm right. He has 28, and War Dogs get an extra 2. So making them a little bit more survivable. Quite a lot of you guys used it out there, so yeah, it's an easy one for me to kind of get my head around. So that's kind of where I'm going to go with that. And then, nice and simply, we go over to War Dogs. I have got 2 in a squadron that can obviously break apart once the game starts, because I can only have 5 in a Supreme Heavy Detachment. And I have 1 on his own. These guys have chain glaives, melters, and melters on top. Obviously, they've changed all the names to make them more chaosy, but they're exactly the same regarding loadouts, just without the chaos favours or just obviously additional stuff there. And then going over to this guy here, my carnivore. He's missing his shoulder pads, but I stayed up till 2 o'clock last night to get this guy done. He is quite tasty. He's got weapons all 2, more attacks than the normal War Dogs, and moves faster. So hopefully I can showcase him and see what he can do. He has the Helm of Dogs. That's the only thing I can remember off the top of my head, so apologies there, which gives him an extra attack and then an aura of rerolls 1s to War Dogs. So there's a little bit of like a lieutenant style there. So that's that. Again, I'll go through as best I can in game. I will cover all the Harbingers of Dread abilities as best I can as well. A lot of it's a leadership stuff, so hopefully it can do some damage, but Necrons are fantastic leadership, so it might not go very well. So, hey-ho. Super excited. Very, very keen to see if this guy can level up, since he's near enough 700 points. So yeah, fun times ahead. Going into my secondaries now. It feels weird because we've been playing Tempest of War. I have gone for Grind Them Down, Engaging All Fronts, and Fitting Challenge. Fitting Challenge is a Chaos Knight specific one. You pick, well, Jimmy identifies the 3 highest pointed units, I do believe, and I can, if I kill them in certain turns, I get more. Turn 1, 6, and it degrades down. So if killing them within a couple of first turns, you are probably going to max it out pretty quickly. Grinding down, well, you can see I got very little and he's got quite a lot, so likelihood I can do that. And Engage was a bit of a tough one, but I was kind of forced into Battlefield Supremacy. Stranglehold potentially, but he's got a lot of obsec models, so that might not be no good one. And behind enemy lines, wholly with him. And have you seen this guy's base? So it's a learning curve for me. I will try my damnedest to make sure I nail it with strats, Harbingers of Dread, Favours of Chaos, Relics, and Warlord traits. Oh my god, there's a lot to remember. So let's see what the Chaos Knights are facing.
So here are my 1750 of Necrons. I've gone for a custom dynasty today where everybody will get a 6-up invuln. I feel like I'm going to need it. And in melee, any hit rolls of a 6 automatically wound. Again, dealing with that high toughness. Starting with my Warlord. I am gone for the Overlord. And he has Enduring Will and given him a War Scythe and upgraded it to a Relic, which is the Void Reaper. Moving over to my Royal Warden, I've burnt a CP to give him the Veil of Darkness. And then we go into the Scorpet Lord, and he has Rarefied Nobility to give him the Warlord trait, Enduring Will, and I've burnt another CP to give him a Relic, the Nano Scarab Casket. Moving over to my troops choices today, I've got a big block of 20 warriors. I've got 5 Immortals with Tesla, again 5 Immortals with Tesla, and then a unit of 10 with Gauss Blasters. And then moving over to my elites, I have the Scorpec Destroyers in a unit of 6. 6 more over here, a little Space Tick, as it's now known. And then moving over to my fast attack, because I had 50 points free, I burn it on some Scarabs. And then into my heavy support, I have 1 Doomsday Arc and 2 Canoptic Doom Stalkers. That is my 1750 point list. Now moving over to my secondaries. I've gone for Bring It Down, Stranglehold, and Retrieve Necrons Data. I feel like I can bring at least some of them down and gain some points there. Stranglehold, I've just got to chuck guys on objectives and hope for the best. And then Retrieve Necrons Data. Have just pockets of troops running around, ignoring the battle, and just picking up said data. Right, guys, we'll see you in deployment.
And the table is set, so Necrons are anchored down behind all these fortifications, anchoring in the cluster down there as well. You come over to my completely overrun side of the board. The Carnivore and the lone Huntsman. The big Tyrant stood in the middle, anchoring on objective 3, and then these guys are on the other side here. Just a little bit of housekeeping. These obviously are, if you can't see through, so if he's behind these and they're there, they can't shoot. Obviously does not apply to the big guys, which I tried to do earlier, because I totally have forgot. Regards to the Chaos Favours, just a real lowdown. I don't know all the names, so I apologise. This guy has CP regens on 5s when Jimmy uses stratagems. The Carnivore reroll charges. If he gets his favour off, he gets exploding 6s. This one is Favour of the Dark Master, possibly one of the best ones everyone raving about. Hits, wounds, and damage cannot get rerolled, so he is pretty tasty. And then if he gets his target, he can only get hit on 4s. Or more, obviously. Over here, Mr. Red, he is Billy No Mates with no Chaos Gods in his favour. This one here has Slanesh is power, which basically means he can advance and charge if he hits his target. And then the Warlord himself, he has Tzeentch one, because I feel like it was very fitting to what it looks like. Armour saves a 6, bounce mortal wounds back to him, and then if he hits his quarter, he gets a 4-up invuln, flat 4-up invuln, so even in combat, making him a little bit more survivable. And that is it. Apologies for names, description down below, and all that good stuff. Right. I'll get a dice and see who gets this first turn. Are you ready? Right, go on then.
Yeah, boy. Here we go. I feel like I need this. I feel like I need a turn of shooting at you.
And Necrons, get it.
Ignore the lamp, but that is where the Doomsday Arc is. So, command phase. The Overlord put My Will Be Done on these guys. They have advanced 6 so that I can get Stranglehold. And the Royal Warden also managed to advance 6. Lovely jubbly. These guys have all moved up, and these guys have done Retrieve Necrons Data. Yeah, everybody's just moved up normally. Same with the Warlord. Yes, Mr. Kyle has just kindly reminded me my protocols. So, I'm just literally just going to flash you guys what I plan on doing this game. I'm not showing Mr. Kyle, but for you, Necron players, yeah, you can see what I plan on doing in turns 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With my really horribly squiggly handwriting. But for those that have got the access to the Codex, as you can see, Directive 1, Directive 1, Directive 2, Directive 1, and Directive 2. These are just to remind me, basically, what they are. So, that is shooting phase about to begin.
Hey everyone. Harbinger of Dread, just so everyone knows, I get turn specific poweringness. So my dread ability, anything within 12 inch of me, is -1 leadership and -1 combat attrition. Is it probably going to benefit this turn? Maybe if I charge. Maybe.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Anything else?
Just for housekeeping, because of my secondary, I'm looking over there, fitting challenger or challenge. Jimmy's 3 highest units I obviously go for, and I thought it would be vehicles, but it's not. 20-man squad. the 6 Scorpex and then the 6 Scorpex. So realistically, I need to kill them to max that out on my tally. And I think that's me done. Back over to your shooting phase.
Yep. I will grab my dice and we will be back in the shooting phase. I'll do all the crappy things off camera, which might just be these guys here. And then a couple of big juicy shots coming in.
The Immortals shot into this knight here. I've elected to do Diabolic Bulwark, rotate Iron Shield, so the whole of this phase I get a 4-pin vom, because a lot of big shots are going to come my way. Flying over here, the Immortals here had shot their Tesla into the big knight, managing to do some wounds, but we were 2 up in armor save. I managed to boss it. So we go over to which gun, good sir?
I think I'll start with this geezer right here.
Okie dokie.
Nice little shot into there. D6 shots. Here we go. This is where I need a 6. Got a 4, that's fine. Unfortunately, he's hitting on 4s, annoyingly. But, that's by the by. He's hitting on 4s. Shame he's not,
yeah.
a thingy. Oh, well. Wounding you on a strength 10, so I'll be wounding you on
3.
3s. Yeah, there we go. -5, so it is
4 up in voms.
Boom, bossed it.
Right, second one.
Second one. You ready for this now? 2 shots, lovely jubbly. Both hit. And 1 wound.
Nope, goes through. Damage, sir.
6.
Hey, that's at least something.
And then finally, this big doomsday arc.
Is it exactly the same profile?
Yeah, basically, yes. 3 shots.
It hits on 3s though, I know that much.
Yeah, I will burn a CP for 3 shots. Wonderful.
Do I get that CP back? No. I do not.
So hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
Very good. So maximum 12 damage.
I don't think I'll do 12.
I will CP reroll for a 5, so 1 goes through, and it's 3 damage, so 9 in
damage.
total.
Yep.
Very good. I will work it out, because obviously he gets 4 additional ones, so technically 5 off his profile. I'll measure it up with a special dice. I don't know if we've got enough numbers on it, but we'll just find out. Quick
Shooting phase there, sadly. Not as many wounds as I would have liked, but it is nice to knock him down to 19. Yeah, what a turn that was. I managed to grab the middle objective worth 2 points on the primary. Then Stranglehold. Believe it or not, he is within 3 inches of that 5. He's there, and I hold this one as well, giving me Stranglehold, and Retrieve Nachman data is currently going off there. Nice quick turn. We'll be back with Chaos Knights, turn 1.
Movement has been completed. Got a CP, not really much else to do in the command phase. Movement, these guys have just shuffled up. He's moved around and anchored around so that this War Dog Huntsman can anchor onto the objective and stay sort of safe away from the gunfire that's going to come down here. He hasn't really got a gun other than a heavy stubber, so it's going to be pot shots potentially anyway. Going over to here, I've got the Tyrant anchored in the middle. He can see just a snippet over there, and obviously the front things, and basically everything. He's a big guy. Let's not beat around the bush. This Huntsman has just bombed around here. He's just anchoring down on that objective in case of any Veil of Darknesses and whatnot. And coming over here, well, as you'd imagine, these guys have bombed up here and seeing if I can just do some damage with shooting, and then obviously inevitably going to be charging into whatever's left there. We'll start off with this side just because I know kind of what I'm going to do. So I'll pass over the camera to Jimmy and we'll see if these knights can level up or not.
The War Dog number 1 is firing his Havoc launchers into these warriors. So if you'd like to roll them, 6 shots automatically because of the amount that are in the unit.
Hitting on freeze.
Oh, la, la.
Well, split down the middle. Freeze to wound. We want to talk about this again.
This knight now firing both of its weapons. Its Dread Spear or something you said?
So it's called Daemonbreath, meltagun, and Daemonbreath Spear. So 1 strength 9, 1 strength 8, but because it's going Scorpex and it's the same AP damage, etc. profile, it makes no odds to roll altogether. Hitting on freeze. Okay, wounding on freeze. Okay, that's great rolling for me.
Wonderful. Isn't this entertaining, ladies and gentlemen?
I just rolled lots of 1s and 2s.
This little knight now firing his Dread Spear into this target right here. So 2 shots. In on freeze.
Freeze to wound. Hey.
4 up in them.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Sheiks. I love a little bit of Sheiks. The Tyrant now getting ready to fire. He is firing his missile on the top, which I think is a Stormbreaker, Shieldbreaker, something like that.
It's changed now. Geyserstrike.
Geyserstrike.
So it's like one use sort of Hunter-Seeker vibes going on.
Oh, right, okay.
But I can use 1 per thing.
Okay.
So the Geyser, the arm profile, so the plasma and the gigantic silly gun is going to go hopefully overkill a Stalker. And then I'm going to do the battle cannons on top and the melters into the warriors down there.
So we'll quickly bring you the action from here, but everything going into the warriors.
Yeah.
Won't be that fantastic.
Just how badly I rolled with the melters, I think possibly would be a bit of a dud. Right, so I'll start with the big gun first. D3 shots for 1. Hitting on freeze. Hits. It'll be 2s to wound. Yep.
4 up in them.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. No. Oh, dear. It's D6 plus 8, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. For 10 wounds.
Not quite an epic moment. And by epic moment, I mean, let's take it, well, I do that, to the Phantom Menace when the R2 droids or the Astro droids are trying to fix the Naboo fighter. I imagine that, just a quick blast and a... But, no, right, go on then.
What's he got? 12?
2 wounds left.
Oh dear. Then I'll do the Geyser, 1-hit wonder thing. Hits. And then it is freeze to wound. Yep. Goes through.
Yep. Ignores main gun.
And sneaking in 2 or more. Cocked, but it was a 4.
Is it worth it? You do have your big plasma about to hit it. He will have a think and we'll be right back. He has decided to fire the plasma. So it's 2d6. So here we go. There you go. 7 shots. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Okay. 4 hit.
Went it on 3. I saw the 2 and I was hoping for more.
So it is... Did you just hearing buns?
There we go, I need 4 ups. I'm going to burn a CP.
Told you you'd do it.
2 warriors who were slain from this squad right here. Well, it's the only warrior squad. He fired his big cannons in there. I rolled 3 6s to keep them alive. And then he rolled his meltaguns. And sadly, 2 perished. So, not the strongest of shooting phases from the Chaos Warriors? No, Chaos Knights. That's the ones. But it's going to be a nasty charge phase, I reckon, coming up. Oh dear. We'll be in the charge phase, yeah? I was hoping he would stand still and let me shoot him for another turn. Charge phase now. The Tyrant is going to go into these warriors. I believe he said this guy is going to go into them as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Over here, I think both of these are going into the Scorpex.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Where would you like to start, sir?
I'll go easy ones first, just to see where, range.
Easy.
Not really much I can really roll. So I'll do Carnivore first for a 4, and then the Huntsman for free. So small rolls, but they get in anyway. Good job. And then Tyrant gets in number 7. Of course he does. It's more about where to move him. And then I need a 10 now, thanks to the meltaguns doing very little. If anything, made it worse. I really don't think 8 is going to get in. No. Nah, there's no point re-rolling it.
Cool. Right. I said I was going to Overwatch here. I will quickly grab my dice.
I'll just see if I get CP back from that. Nope, still don't get it.
Cool. And that puts you down to 6, 5, 7.
That's to get CP back from you.
Oh.
When you burn CP for Overwatch.
Oh. See. That's what he means by overwatching the CP things. Cool, right, I'll quickly grab my dice and we'll do off camera because I don't think I'm going to cause any wounds. Starting with this War Dog now going into the Scorpec Destroyers. If you'd like to explain...
Yes, so carnivores start with 5 base because they're a combat related thing. Iconoclast gets me another 1, so I'm on 6. The Relic Helm of the Dog gives me another 1 for 7. And I'm going to burn another one called Pack Hunters because I've got 2 War Dogs in the same engaging enemy.
Yep.
I get an extra 1. Well, they both do for 1 CP, so I'm on 8. Their attacks are identical regards to how much I wound and how much I damage. Jimmy's burnt 1 CP for Wailing Onslaught, so it's -1 to my wound. Would be 2s, going to freeze. I'm going to burn another CP for the Long Leash, so burn 2, which basically means auras of the bigger knights counts as there. So he gets re-roll 1s to War Dogs nearby. In combat, obviously it'll affect onto him. So
you can just see an imaginary massive long leash just on that arm. Basically. There we go.
So he has 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s basically.
Cool. Right, go for it. Hit on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Right.
Wounding on 3s.
And then he's re-rolling 1s. No, he doesn't re-roll 1s because he's not.
No, I thought you said he. Oh, he doesn't do it for himself. He does it.
That's
for
not for someone else. So that's 4
6-ups.
Everyone you don't get is dead, basically.
Here we go. That's 4 Scorpec Destroyers dead. I will quickly do it off camera to see if any of them are revived.
An interruption from the Scorpex. Jimmy managed to resurrect 1 Scorpec. He had 5 and a 6, and he burnt CP to re-roll, and then he got a 5, bringing 2 back. So only killing 2 with the War Dog. It's a little bit unfortunate from my part, but hey ho, that's how it goes. So he's interrupting. He's burning another CP for Destruction Fields, so he gets +1 strength. I rolled 3 dice to see if I got any back. I got none still. So that's doing really well for me. But then I'm going to burn another CP for Unwielding Rage, which gives me -1 damage. So like a little mini dreadnought.
Like a little mini dreadnought. And these guys don't have the whirligig. Do they have the whirligig? They do have the whirligig.
I don't know if you can do it in your turn. I'll just double check. Okay. We'll double check if he can do it. If not, he'll get on with the roll. So we start with the slice and dice guys, and then the big axes will go afterwards.
So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll 1s. Okay, that's not too bad. Because it's melee, 6 is automatically wound.
Cool.
And then wounding on 5 and 6s, just another 1. So that is 2 at -3, I think it is. Yeah.
3.
Yeah, but it would be damage 2, but it's down damage 1.
Okay, 6 ups. 1 damage goes through.
Very good. And then the other geezers, the big blades now. Here we go. Oh man. And then wounding you on 3s. Rerolling 1s. 4 at -4. And it's flat 3 damage.
So 8 damage goes. I've got 9 in combat. So I lose 9 wounds in total.
Very good.
Thanks to that stratagem, or else he'll be a dead War Dog. Cool. I'll mark him up, see if it damages his profiles. I'm assuming it will, and then he can get to attack back.
This War Dog is now getting his revenge. Here we go. Hitting on 3s, you said? No, force now, yeah, because he's degraded. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Considering.
We're on 3s because of my whirly onslaught.
Reroll 1s, thanks to my war dog. Again, fat 6s, good sir.
Nope, that is 3 gone. I will quickly do their rolls off camera, and we will be back with this combat. Is this combat even worth doing?
No, we'll just do a quick.
We will come back in the recap. We'll see you very shortly, guys.
And that is that. The feat did nothing. The Warriors retaliated due to Jimmy's dynasty protocols and all that nonsense. He managed to take 2 wounds because 6 is automatically wound. It's a good pick from him. So he's down to 30 wounds. Woo! Morale went over here. Scorpet needing a 6 to run away. He got a 6. So 1 went, leaving just 1.
I reanimated one of them, just so you know.
Which is a little bit annoying because that guy would have bagged me 6 points for this turn, but it's still quite tasty for the second turn, so I'm not overly worried just yet. Scoring 2 for engage due to this guy with his charging, getting over the line where you can see the objective just there. Bagging me 2. Fitting challenge, like I said, ongoing. Grind them down. No one actually killed anything. We killed a few little bits and bats, but nothing as a unit. So Grind Them Down didn't go off for me, which is a little bit gutting. But that is that. Honestly, whiffed big time. The Knights should have really done a lot more, especially on the 700 points there. You could have had another 5 War Dogs for that. So hopefully, by the end of the game, I can change my opinion. Granted, yeah, probably should have CP rerolled it, but Jimmy talked me out of it, so he's now definitely not my friend. But hey ho, moving on. There's a lot still to go. Nothing's really crippled. He has damaged this War Dog, and with the Scorpex at the back there, I feel like this potentially could be the end of his turn. But we shall see. Moving over to Necron's turn.
Command phase. Overlord has issued these immortals with his my will be done. These guys have scooted over. This guy has scooted round. These have flown over. These have just moved around. These for now have stayed in combat. These guys are doing retrieve not data. Bit risky, but what can you do? And then this guy can line up a nice shot here. These guys can line up a couple of nice shots here. That's what I've got to hope for. And then I've got to hit hard in combat over yonder and try and destroy these 2 here to bring it down. Right, guys, we'll be back in a moment with the shooting phase.
So, not a lot can really shoot other than the big guns. So, he's pretty much going to put... Well, let's start with these first. So, he's going to start with the 2 wounded thing, because living metal, into my Warlord. I was umming and ahhing, but I am going to do Diabolical Bulwark for a 4-pin run. Ideally, would love to have killed some stuff to basically bag me that 4-pin run guaranteed, but hey ho. Just for quick reference, I'm not sure if I mentioned these guys have that to their favours as well, just to reference it. I don't think it makes much difference over there, but hey ho. What I do need to remember is 6s on my armour saves are mortal wounds back to you.
Okay.
But I do remember. So, right, let's go for it.
Cool, so you're burning 2 CP then.
Yes.
For the Iron Bulwark. Nice. So shots with him, let's see how many he gets. He gets 3.
Respectable.
Still hitting on 4s though, because that doesn't degrade for some reason. 2. Wounding on 3s. 2 3s, 4 pinballs.
Let's go red because I like. That 4-up did massively help. So 1 goes through.
D6.
5. Okay. So he's on 14 wounds.
We'll just quickly...
This is why you should have done it, because you're now going to spend 10 minutes looking. It's going to keep watching you.
Yeah, watch me struggle. There we go. 14. So we know. Next one. Oh no, and then he's got his 2 little guns, so hit on 4s. Wounding... Oh, yeah.
Combat.
Yeah, combat. Wounding on... This will be 6s.
Hey.
Did you say it 5? Oh no, armour save of a 6 is it that fires a mortal wound back?
If I get a 6, yeah. Nope, goes through.
Goes
So
through.
13.
13. Lovely jubbly. I'll do his 2 little guns first. Why not? Both fit.
Rolling spicy
Getting
hits.
good with these. 1 more wound.
Okay. Nope. Mortal wound on that guy.
Just quickly pause it and we'll be back in a second. Now his big shots. Here we go. Oh, it's 2.
You have got to
take it because I'd rather been on him. Unfortunately, I don't reroll ones.
no.
Okay, nothing on him. And then the big cannon over yonder, Doomsday Arc. 6, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Hit on 3s. Too many 2s. Yes, I'll do them on here.
Do I get it? Nope. Oh, wow. I think I've rolled 7 times. Okay.
And then I need 3 again.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh dear. So you can't kill him. Well, not with them shots at least. Nope. So damage is good, sir.
For 3.
Okay, so he's down to 10 wounds remaining. So he lives. Oh dear, oh dear. And a mortal wound back onto the Doomstalkers back there as well. Good stuff indeed. That's shooting done. So it is glorious charging. I'm guessing it's just this side because everything else is in combat off too far away. What we're going for, literally.
Oh, hang on. No, the Royal Warden can take his shot.
Go for it.
Over there, so 2 shots. And then wounding on, I think it's 5s.
I imagine so. No. Okay, now we go back into charging.
Yes.
You're just going to...
Let me just think which is going to charge what. We'll be back in a moment.
So, no one wants to waste time on boring small charges, so they're all in, everything got what they needed, so he can conga line everything around and around. He's now going to use his Space Knit to make them go even more crazy. So we're going to film this just in case he gets a 1 and it's hilarious. And he gets a 1, which is pretty hilarious. Goodbye.
Sweet Prince.
Okay, but I think does he die? Does he live? I think he lives.
Yeah, it gets destroyed, doesn't it? It's destroyed. It says here, roll a d6 on a 1. 1 model in that unit is destroyed. Regardless of the result, until the end of the turn, add 1 to the strength and attack characteristics of that unit. Each unit can only be selected with this ability once per turn.
Okay, so Space Knit stays around though.
Space Knit stays around. He just stabs one in the ankles and it falls over, and the rest of them get mad.
Brilliant stuff. So
I am also burning 1 CP for disruption fields on that unit as well, so that the small blades are wounded him on 4s.
yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
And I also rolled to see if I got a CP, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I still didn't. So likelihood is he's not going to be around for much longer. So that was a complete and utter bust. I do get a magical 6 on the armor save, but with AP minus 4s, doesn't really make a difference.
So we'll start with the small blades. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Lord. Right. Oh no, they get reroll 1s anyway. It's reroll 1s to wound for the Lord being nearby. And then 4s to injure. 1 wound. So
Okay.
that is 5, good sir.
Okay. What's the 6s? So basically, I need to save a lot of 6s. I've got 5 wounds, 2 damage each. I think I just about got a 6 combined. So he is dead. Does he blow up? Cocked. Build suspense. No, he implodes. Okay, but that is 1 war dog. Finito.
An interruption has happened. So, the Scorpec Lord and the Scorpec Destroyer are the targets of this guy's attacks. 5 going into the Lord, 2 into the Scorpec Destroyer.
Yeah, the logic is grind him down.
Yep.
So he's got 1 left, and he's my primary target So
Yeah.
my fitting challenge, so I get 5 points if I kill him this turn, which is pretty mental. And then this guy, out of the two of them, he's more nasty. We'll see. 4 up in buns, flip of a coin, it could go either way. Start with the 2, and I get exploding 6s thanks to my favour. So that is 2 hits because it hits skill 2. 2's to wound. Yeah. It's got his strength 12.
Pass 1, fail 1. Damage.
It's on this guy.
Yeah, damage.
D3 plus 3. You can't reanimate when he's dead, mate.
No! It's alright, he failed anyway. Whoop, that's him gone. And then finally the Lord.
So
5
attacks.
Miss with all them ones. You can't reroll them, boy.
No. No CP to do that. And you didn't get exploding either. 2s.
Yeah, you struck 12, aren't you?
I don't reroll that either. So I basically out of 5 I rolled 4 1s.
Failed though. You can die on a 5 or a 6, I think.
Oh, nope.
Nope. He's got 1 wound remaining.
If you follow the channel, you'll know Jimmy has an incredible luck with wound models. I don't know who's cursed me in the past life. I believe must have done something to someone. So the Immortals have attacked, done no damage on the Carnivore. So it's now the Scorpec Lord and the Overlord to see if they can do anything.
So the Overlord will be hitting on 2s, I believe, and he will be wounding on 4s. Yes, on 4s.
Okay.
Cool, here we go. Here we go. So 2s. Not a joy.
Good start.
And then I need all 4s. No, 2 go through. It is -4, so you do not get any
6 damage.
So 6 damage, and then, well, that's it for him. And then the Scorpec Lord, where is he? Here he is. He is. 4 attacks as well. Oh dear. He's hitting on 2s. No, he's not. He's hitting on 3s because it's -1. And he gets to re-roll his wound rolls, though, luckily. So, hit on 3s. All of them.
That's what you needed.
Wounding on 3s because of his strength. And he gets to re-roll his wounds.
Damage.
3 each, so that's 9. 9 plus 6 is
15.
15. That's how many wounds you have. Well,
I got 14. So
Yep.
does he blow up?
This is where he does.
Nope. That is 2 War Dogs down.
End of this turn. Combat here. No wounds dealt to the Tyrant, and 2 warriors were slain. As you know, these 2 over here were killed, grabbing me that objective, even though I would have had it anyway with the obsec around it and the models and all that good stuff. So Stranglehold was scored. So I got 8 for the primary, 2 because I'm holding the middle. So 10 in total. Bring it down 2 points each, so 4 for that. Stranglehold is a massive 3. And then finally, Retrieve Natmon data was activated here. So that is a nice, wonderful 4, I believe, for that one. I've got a feeling this turn is going to hurt a lot. A massive amount. So I'm not looking forward to that. But hey, how, what can you do? Turn 2 for the Chaos Knights. Coming at you.
Knights turn 2, and I've already made a mistake, so I apologise. So my dread effect would have gone in at Jimmy's, and it could have potentially changed some stuff. So I will try my best to remember. I apologise in advance. But going forward, some of the stuff is quite easy to remember, like -1 hits and stuff like that. So what I've done is I've got 8 for the primary. This knight, this huntsman has walked around, nice and easy. Potentially eyeing up this sort of flank here. I don't really want these to do R&D and getting him.
I've already done it.
Well, no, you've run two quarters.
Yeah, 2 quarters.
Yeah, we need like all of them, don't you?
What? Is that how it works now?
What?
I'm confusing you, lads. You carry on.
I'm so confused! Sorry for anyone with headphones. This guy moved up, sort of tilted around to potentially charge up here or down here. How the secondaries work with the knights, it's per round, so I don't think I can do get any more points for killing this squad this turn, which is a little bit weird. But again, learning curve and all that. This Huntsman has moved up to hold objective 2, all being well, leaving 3 available, but needs must when you've got 4 models on the battlefield. Over here, the Tyrant has just walked out of combat, as is his right, because he's a big guy, and hopefully he levels up a little bit better than last time and kills 3 warriors rather than 2. So yeah, that's that. I'll pass you over to Jimmy, see if shooting goes a little bit better, because if it doesn't, I am going to be in a spot of bother. Right, see you there, guys.
Stubber here, going into the warriors, killing 1. Now, this knight is firing all its melter into here, so... We should like to start, sir.
What toughness is it? 6.
Toughness 6, but it doesn't matter because it's basically got transhuman, I believe. You can only wound it on a 4.
Right, so I'll roll them all together. Hitting on 4s because of the terrain. 1 hit. 4s then. Yep.
Quantum shielding, 5 up in them. No, goes through. D6.
Was you 12, so it's D6 plus 2. For 5. Fair enough. I will wear that.
Tyrant now. So the big cannon and one of the missiles is going into this geezer here. Then the battle cannons are going into the immortals. The plasma and melters are going into this unit of Scorpec destroyers. So, where are you wanting to start?
We'll start with Doomstalker. We'll start with the missile first, the one-shot guy. Hits. First word. Yep. Goes straight through. D6 damage. For 5.
Cool.
Good stuff. So down 6.
If you would like to roll your big cannon.
D3 shots. For 3. Good stuff.
I didn't see that then because of the light.
I know. He did go mental. Alright. Let's see if it hits. He rolls that. So this is cocked. No. 2's to wound. Yeah, just 2
forward attacks.
Yeah, yes please.
1 fail. It's dead.
Yep.
I ain't even going to burn the CP, if I'm being honest with you. So, good night, sweet prince. I'll see if it explodes.
We've checked the Codex. 5's exploding, he got it. So, he needs to roll to see if this Doomstalker dies as well.
D3. No, just the 1.
Okie dokie.
And then finally the Squadron mortals for just 1 as well.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
No, not all. That's good stuff there. Right, I'll pass it over and we'll continue the shooting.
Battle cannons now firing at the immortals. Here we go. 8 shots have been rolled.
Pretty good. 5 hits. Okay. I'm gonna go with
Strength 8.
3
because of 5. Yeah.
Just a 3.
So
it is. Well, it depends if you want to put them in the cover ones or not.
no, why was it -2?
Just no.
-1.
-1.
4 up saves. Here we go. Where's that one? I got to be cocked. Okay, just the 1 dead.
Okay.
Very good. Multi-melters now firing on these Scorpecs. Here we go. Hit on 3s.
2 drop. And 3 to wound. 2. So it's your in ones.
6 up in ones. No,
Ooh,
5s. So
first
one.
Well, it's
Oh, yeah.
D6 plus 2. So
Just roll. Just roll, sir.
Yeah,
because
2
2
dead.
So I will quickly.
Wait. Reanimations after Arch guns a shot. So
Oh.
I have to do the plasma. So if I kill the last of them. I'm going to overcharge, supercharge, because if I can kill that white squad, you're not going to be able to reanimate.
Yep.
I know I can potentially get 2 mortal wounds on me, but I've got 30 wounds left. Yeah, let's do it. Right, so see how many shots I get first, before I get carried away. Is it 2d6? Yeah.
It's 5.
Okay. So not great, but it'll do.
Please roll some ones here.
This is why I roll those ones. No, I get a really good shot. Okay, so then it's freeze to wound. It's strength 9. All of them. AP -4, so you're looking for 6s.
That's 5, so. I think this is a dead unit. This is a dead unit. Shooting here now, the little meltagun on top fired into the Immortals, doing nothing because he missed. So rest of it going into this boy, but he's -1 because he's shooting through this little bit of cover at this little tree.
1 hit. 1 wound. 4 upgrades there.
Hiya! It would appear he is dead. Does this man explode? No. He just falls over and goes to sleep for eternity. Charge phase now. This war dog going into here. This big boy going into 4 little guys. No. This war dog also charging into the warriors. And this tyrant just swinging round the corner and doing a triple charge against the Space Nit, the Overlord, and the Scorpec Lord. The only one we'll do on camera, because the rest of them are pretty easy to get in, is this one here. Would you like to do it now, sir?
Yeah, go on.
I see a 6. I see a 1.
Yeah.
That is a 7. He is in. We'll be back when the rest of them ultimately make their combats on such short charges. We are starting here with a Rampager. He is going into these 4 little blokes. He has 8 attacks, 5 standard, 1 because of something, 1 because of his Warlord trait.
Should we explain?
Yeah, you explain.
Connor class, get 1, so I'm up to 6.
I said that, the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Warlord trait, get 1.
I said that as well, yeah. Can't remember.
7.
I've thrown him off now.
Let me just check. You throw me out now. Wait. Yeah, here, back. 5 base, 1 for charge. So that's 6. 7 for my Warlord trait and 8 for my relic, the Teeth That Hunger. There we go. And I'm doing sweeping attack.
So you get 24.
I think so, yeah. I die myself now, and then you're just going to film me now.
Well, it's 8 times 3, mate. That's...
I know, but I don't know if it's allowed to do any of that good stuff. Yeah, it is. Oh, right. Don't know why I doubted myself. Someone in the comments were like, actually, it's wrong.
Yep.
No!
It was 21 attacks.
Hitting on freeze because I'm degraded, thanks to your lasers.
Yay!
But re-rolling 1's because I'm a Warlord trait.
Boo! Reroll them ones, lad. Get them re-rolled.
Okay, that's that many.
I'm guessing you wounded on 2s.
Strength 10.
Just 2s. How many is that, lad?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 6 ups.
I'll roll 8 because I'm not confident. I'm dead. Huntsman now, he is attacking the warriors and he gets 5 attacks basic and he gets to do his sweeping, which gives him 10 attacks. He's hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s and giving me a nice 6 up invuln to rely on. So here we go, sir. You can't kill the unit, which is good because I've got 15 left. Yes, right, you miss with them. Wounding on 3s. Ooh.
Just
4.
Yeah.
So 4 6s. Oh, why can't it be 5s?
Ooh, good roll though.
Yeah, it would have been great for reanimation. I got 2. 2, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take 2. There's 2 more dead, and then we'll be back in a moment with a combat over yonder. The Tyrant now is going to do his stompy feat, but he's going to do a stompy feat with mortal wounds. Would you like to tell the people how his mortal wounds work?
Crush like vermin, because you are one. You are one. Not you at home. Him. -1 hit, so I'm hitting on 5s, which is a bit of a boob, because he's not a combat monster. But any hits are 2 mortal wounds. And then it just...
And all the attacks, all 5 attacks.
If I'm sitting on 3s, I just split it onto the nit, but he will live to fight another day. Right.
Go on then, hit the Scorpec Lord.
Okay, so he's had 8 mortal wounds to him. I could have probably killed all of them. Never mind.
Wunderbar! We have this Huntsman as well.
Yep.
Hello there, my name's the Huntsman. And he's got 5 attacks going into these guys, and I'm guessing he's doubling them attacks as well.
Correct. So freeze and freeze again.
Freeze and freeze. Oh dear.
Nope. 5. 5 invulns.
5 invulns? Why, what's its minus? Because these are
4.
guys... Minus 4.
It's free, but minus AP increases when I get a charge.
Okay, so it's 5 6s. Here we go. Whack, whack. And then 5 5s. 2 come back, that's alright.
So, Warriors and the Immortals tap back, taking 2 wounds off the War Dog, putting him back down to where he started normally at 12, and this guy is lost a wound down to 13. Moving over here, the all-important game, the match of the game. Move aside, Overlord, it's the Space Knit. This guy is worth filming, and I am not even sorry. Go for it.
Come on, Mr. Space Knit, needing a 4. Okay, we'll go on with the Lord.
Anyway, moving on. Overlord.
Needing 2s. Gets more reroll.
He does not.
Wounding on
5s.
5s. Just the one.
AP.
Ridiculous. It's like 4 or something.
If it's 4, I still get an answer, that's all.
Yeah.
Just for a quick reference, more for me and for yourselves, this guy's hit the tally of 15, so he would be getting hit on 4s, so it's like a hit transhuman. So no worries there because nothing happened. But just for reference down the line, obviously he gets no rerolls against him in any sense of the word. But now on top of that, he has got 4s or more to hit, so some of them wouldn't have hit. Just a reference if you guys you know at home, and yeah, moving on, he will still have that effect, which is good stuff indeed. Saying that, let's go to my recap. 17 points scored for the Knights this turn, not too bad, a bit of a combo. 8 for the primary, fitting challenge 6. 2 things I'm going to take away from this, if I win or lose this whole game. Engage was a bit of a bust. I needed more War Dogs. That's pretty much guaranteed. With this being so big and bulky, it's probably not a good shout. But behind enemy lines actually would have worked because of these guys down here. But that is that. And 2, fitting challenge. It sounds great on paper, but because you can only catch 6 a turn, I killed 2 out of the 3. So I only got 6 out of that, which is fine. And next turn, hopefully I can take out more, and then it'll go down to, I can get 10 out of 15, killing these warriors, but they are proving very difficult. So, yeah, a little bit on the back burner. Jimmy's holding more objectives on Obsec is going to be an issue. It always was going to be, but I've got a Knight, which is fully functioning. I have got a War Dog ready to rock and roll, and I still have my big Knight in the middle. That can cause a lot of problems. But as Knights struggle with holding objectives, I need to stay on objectives, so I'm going to have to hop around and hopefully land on some of these objectives while doing things. Interesting. It was always going to be a bit of a difficult one, but I really don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to turn out. But I'm still going to take it. 17 points is still very, very nice. Engage is probably going to be bust unless for some miraculous reason I land in the quarters somehow. But we'll see. We'll see. There's plenty of turns left, so we'll see what Jimmy can do in his turn 3.
So, turn 3 for the Necrons. Oh, where are the unit gone? Over yonder. Just chilling. These guys have moved up here because they were within 6 inches of him, so they could move 6. They retrieved Nachman data, needed a 5 or a less, basically. 6 was a fail.
Yeah.
5 or less, and I rolled a 5, which went down to 4 and 4 in the unit because it's troop choices. So that's very good. I've kept these guys in here. They are now sacrificial lambs. There's nothing I can do about that. So really, shooting phase. I dragged these guys out of combat, moved them down. They're going to go and try and jump on the objective 4 a bit later on. Leaves him in front of this geezer. So I think all my shots are going to go into here, and hopefully I can kill him. So I'll just pass the camera over to Mr. Guile. Back in a moment. Oh, and then, yeah, bring it down when I'm then. I can't remember if I mentioned that. Right, see you guys in a moment.
His array shot into the war dog, clinking just the 1 wound. He did do 6 wounds, but I managed to save them with my armor saves. So, Doomsday Cannon. Let's go. How many shots?
Need a massive 6 here. Go 4, okay.
That's alright.
So I have 4 in my hand. That's what I kind of guessed. Needing freeze. Yes, I'll reroll that one.
Do I get that back?
I thought you were dead.
I still didn't get it anyway. Even in death, he didn't do his job.
It is strength 10, your toughness.
Freeze. Can't re-roll anymore.
Please fail your 5 weapons.
Yes, can do it.
Okay.
Do one at a time for dramaticness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
5 or 6 instead. Oh, come on, baby!
After that immense shooting from the Doomsday, we went straight into fight phase. The Knight obviously goes first, didn't do anything. So now it is the Overlord and the Space Knit. What are we going first? Knit.
Space Knit, mate.
Good
Come on, the greatest fighter. Oh, he actually hit! 6 is required. Oh,
Slightly better.
slightly better.
Right.
Next time.
Yeah.
So this guy hitting on 4s now.
Did make a difference.
Did make a difference. Needing 5s.
3.
2, -4, so he's going onto a 6 up save.
1 goes through.
3 damage, sir.
Okay. I don't think he gets -1 damage. I don't think Big Knights do. Which
27 wounds remaining.
Not bad. Not bad at all. So, turn 3 for the Chaos Knights, and with Jimmy landing that devastating blow down there, which was pretty immense, getting double 6 on the damage, has put me in a little bit of a back foot. I would have felt more confident if he would have survived. Engage probably ain't going to happen, as you can see, because everyone's together. So what I've thought about, I've got 12 for the primary because I'm holding 2 and more, and I will be getting another 2 because I'm holding the middle objective. So bizarrely, it might be an objective game with Knights. I'm not sure how that's going to go down, but we'll see. Jimmy is leading, but it is all still to play for. So what I've kind of gone with the attitude is of leaving the Doomsday Arc for the time being. Currently, he's not holding an objective, and he's not going to likely get that with the Doomsday Arc until turn 5, and I can still counteract it. So it can stay there all I want, and if it can blow me up, well, good luck to him. So what I've done basically is my Tyrant has moved out of combat, holding objective 1. My Rampager has moved off objective number 2, which is a little bit crazy, I do admit, but the idea is he's going to potentially charge down here and do the business and hold these objectives over here. The War Dog has moved here as well. Going to hopefully potentially charge objective 5 and clear off them scarabs. And then it's just a case of like flip of a coin. So Nat Mundata is probably going to go off. But there's nothing really I can do about that. So I need to play to my strengths like Jimmy's doing with him. So luckily I've got a hell of a lot of shots because this guy, he's technically classed in cover, so he can shoot all these guys down here. His Turbo Mega Doodle Lance, the ridiculous 72-inch, can still hit the Doomsday Arc, so it might be a pot shots there or two and see if I can do anything there. Right, getting on to that very, very important shooting thing.
Stubber for the Rampager now, going into the space net. Go on then.
4s, because it's degraded.
Sorry,
Has he got one? How many ones has he got? 1?
I don't know, I'll have to double check.
It's a wound. Do I die?
He's definitely alive, baby.
Yeah.
Space Minute lives to see another day! The Tyrant now firing his big cannons at this chap over here. The battle cannons are going into the Immortals. The melters are going into the Warlord. Would you like to start with your big cannons because they're going in? So
Right. How many shots? 3 shots.
Oh dear.
Forced to hit because of things.
Yeah.
Don't know how I don't benefit from that. All hit.
Falls to wound. Transhuman.
I'm just thinking about it's the other guy. No, it's the other guy I'm on about. That's 2, good sir.
5's required. Pass 1, fail 1. It's lost 8 wounds because it's.
So I need 2 or more.
Yep.
I'll re-roll it. Yeah, he's dead.
Good night, sweet prince.
So it's the battle cannons on top. I managed to get 6 shots, so hitting on freeze. That is 4. Wounding on freeze. I'll re-roll that 'cause it's cocked. What was a 6? 4 AP minus 2.
The unit is dead. Meltagun's now going into the Lord. 4 shots.
2's to wound. Freeze.
Yep.
Just the 1.
Fails.
So D6 plus 2. 4. 1 wound.
Because of his Warlord trait, he minuses 1. So he's down to
2.
2 wounds remaining. So he actually only lost a single wound because this guy doesn't get the +2 because that is longer than 6
Yeah,
inches.
it's only a 12-inch range, which I just wanted to double check. I was totally sure. I didn't want to be like swaying it back.
Now, all these melted into him, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Sure you not want to do the little one into the space net?
He needs special treatment.
Oh.
So this is gonna go to. It's the exact same rolling. So freeze. All hit. Freeze. Just the 2.
Throw up inlands.
I
think he might be dead.
So that's 3 goes down to 2, and that's 5 goes down to 4. So 7 damage off 6, 7. 3,
See you later, Overload. So, in order for Kyle to sound smart, he is charging these 2 into the Scarab. Why, you ask? Because this little space net. Tell them.
For grinding down, basically. If I kill it next turn, you don't kill any of mine, I'm going to score 3 points. So it's just a smart play. Plus, he needs honourable death. He needs to be the last thing on the board. So that's why I'm not killing him this turn. He can charge into next turn, because it'd be your turn, and if you can die in combat then, that'd be brilliant.
No, he's going to run away.
No!
He's going to do the ultimate space net thing and
bounce off the board.
He's going to be like, whoop. Right then, so where you rolling first?
So I'll do the Huntsman first, because I know it's a 6 for definite.
Yep, roll them.
Yeah. Then the Rampager just for the do you want me to reroll it?
Yeah, because that was heavily cocked. Cheeky man.
So they're both in.
Anything else?
That's literally it, mate.
Okay, cool. Right, we'll see you in combat. Will these mega scarabs survive? You will find out on the next installment of Scarabs in Space. Just like all good 50s B movies. Yeah, they did. So that is it for the combats. I will pass you over for Mr. Kyle's recap.
What a turn! This guy, after getting abuse from being rubbish turn 1, has really brought his A game, doing the business when he needed to. So you can stay for now. You're not on the shelf with the Thunderhawk, not Thunderhawk, that space one.
Stormfang.
Stormfang, that's forgotten in time. Anyway, moving on from me ranting and raving. So, scoring 14 for the primary, 12, and then obviously the 2 because I'm holding objective number 1. And then I got grind them down for 3, which killing a various array of models. Killing that Doomsday Archer completely eradicated Jimmy's anti-tank, leaving some of these bigger knights very, very safe. Yeah, clinking a few wounds, but nothing like deep. You gain 12 damage on 2 dice. So that's good stuff there. But Jimmy is going to get Natman data down here, and, he's still got Obsec units, so he could still potentially hold these objectives off me and bag himself some more points down the line. So, further ado, let's get into Jimmy's turn 4.
Start of my command phase. Nothing happened. I just gained a CP back, so I'm on 2. Then movement. These guys have advanced, and I only advanced 1 inch. These guys have retrieved Natman data, and he advanced as well, taking him up to a grand total of, I think it was like 9 inches. So that's it. That's literally my turn. I can't shoot because these guys advance and they've got rapid fire weapons. Them guys are too busy doing an action, and this guy is behind a building. So no charges. That is my turn 4 in a nutshell. So I scored 0 for the primary. I didn't bring it down because there was nothing to shoot at. Stranglehold. But I did retrieve Natman data. Yay! So I did score 4 points this turn. Get in. Moving on to Mr. Kyle's turn 4.
Turn 4 the Knights, and I got 12 for the primary, holding 2 and holding more than Jimmy. So what I've done, because it's very little left on the board, the Tyrant has moved further into the board. I know, obviously, every gun can potentially shoot into these Immortals. This Huntsman has just moved around, holding objective 5, shining left, there you go, 5, but he's in that stable quarter. And this Tyrant has moved up to charge into this little guy down here. And then basically, hopefully, getting me 3 points for grinding him down. So there's a few avenues I need to go down. Obviously, I'll score another 2 for the primary holding this objective because nothing's going to remove it this turn. And that, my good friends, is that. So what we'll do to keep it nice, short and sweet is we will see if these survive in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. You'd imagine a 600 gazillion pointed knight would take out them. It seems to do really well against heavy hitters, but very rubbish against troop because it was pretty damn close. So that has bagged me grind him down. So obviously what I would be doing to play the smart game would be I would not be charging the Space Knit because I would be able to charge it next turn and then killing it, giving me a guaranteed 3 points because these are not going to be able to kill this. So that is my turn. I scored 3 for grinding down. I got 14 for the primary. The fitting challenge is not going to happen. Not even probably in turn 5 if Jimmy just stays put. But hey ho. Next turn, because I've got board control, I could potentially move this guy into a table quarter, getting engaged. I don't really necessarily need the extra 2 points because I'm going to probably max out primaries because I'm holding the 2 for the turn. I'll say that's the end of it, but I can probably move to this one. So yeah, that's that. Moving over to Jimmy's turn 5.
So with my turn 5, we're deciding to call it there. The reason being is I have 2 units. It's the beginning of my turn 5, so I can't score any primaries. That's the only thing I could really score this turn. I've maxed out Retrieve Natman data. I'm not going to get Bring It Down, and I'm not going to get Stranglehold because I've only got 2 units left on the board. So really, ideally, I'm not going to score anything this turn. Kyle's going to get his primaries, and then if he's lucky, he might get a grind it down. So we'll tally up the final points. It is a Necron defeat, but let's see how close that defeat really was. See you in a minute, guys. And there we go, a Necron defeat. Yeah, final scores. Necrons 50 and 65 to the Chaos Knights. There we go. I couldn't find where we had it on the board then. I know.
Yay! Chaos Knights win. Yeah. Turn one, let's face it, shooting was really bad for me, and I was like, oh no. And then not killing that Doomstalker with the one wound left, and then little bits and bats like that, I was like, oh no. It's a weird one because I've never played like Knights, so the whole you can shoot whatever you want. I'm like, but you can't. I'm like, oh yeah, you can, but then I can't shoot you, and it's just very weird and confusing. But I guess that's what you get for a gigantic monster. But yeah, I think when I had my Tyrant over this side, where I had your Overlord and your Scarabs, and I just sort of seemed to whittle them down, and then managed to pretty much one shot your tank with the big brimstone volcano lance. I'm like, okay, that's probably won me the game. Yeah. Some rookie mistakes on my behalf, like I forgot turn 2 the dread thing, because there were certain things where you couldn't charge certain things, but the leadership test and Necrons are really good, so really it wouldn't have really changed anything. And then yeah, I just don't really know. I think from my point, a Tyrant that much points in against, say, Tau or Chaos, like Space Marines with like overlapping rerolls. I know I got a cancelling reroll thing on it, but let's put it as just a point value. I don't know. It's very. Look, it got its points back in this game. Yeah, that's safe to say. It definitely got its points back. It probably killed, or near enough killed something. Probably about half your army. Quite.
Probably close. Yeah. Let's think about it. Took out more or less on its own 2 of the Canoptic Doomstalkers. It killed the Doomsday Ark. Yeah. Killed the Scorpec. Well, it had the final blow on the Scorpec Lord. It took out. Did that one take out a unit of Scorpex? It did as well.
Yeah, whole Scorpex. Yes. It killed.
Good half my army then.
Yeah.
Easy.
And it killed obviously your marbles, etc., stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely got its points back, but then against probably a bit more of a competitive list.
Yeah, I thought it'd be nice and not bring all the guns. I should have brought all the guns. And I should have brought a Satan as well, because I think if I had a Satan, that would have scared you a little bit, because you could only really do damage in the shooting and psychic.
Yeah.
Shooting and combat.
I think shooting against it and the combat side, because it's got a 4-up in Vun, I wasn't overly worried. It would probably mean, it just means a War Dog would probably die before I could kill it. So it's just that risk. But then I always knew that the obsec side of things, like your troop and your obsec, was always going to be an issue. It always is with a night list. That's the thing that's ever going to change. In this game, it certainly didn't. It eventually did, because I whittled them down. But look at them warriors. They just didn't die. They just did not die. But yeah, it was a good game. Like, just need to kind of get my head around Knights. It's a pretty mental way of playing. With the favours, they are fantastic. You saw some in effect. The CPU roll was a complete bust, but it's 15 points. It's not breaking the bank. The other War Dog had advancing charges. Again, never really got showed off.
Made it into one charge.
Yeah. Killed 2 mortals and then got blown to blitz. So it was a bit of a swingy one, really. Some of the stuff did absolutely fantastic and some really didn't. Yeah, but it's a learning curve. I think if I was going into a sort of a versing Tyranids, like versing Unids, I probably, this is obviously going to happen down the line, have more War Dogs and probably have the Abhorrent, the new Psychic one, because I think I just get cremated. Even though you've not got some of the super meta Psychers, just the Psychic alone you've got, I would be like, mortal wound me to death, or you can have that Catalyst without any interruptions. There is some stuff in Khorne that they can stop it, but really it's a CP and it's one model that's probably across the other side of the board. There's no way I really could shut you down. And with that Boron, it's just that little bit of an edge, and you're probably saving yourself 250 points, which is a War Dog and a half.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can see, yeah, this game did really well, but against meta armies, maybe not. But again, I'm sure we'll trial and test it. Like, I think you said you're going to give it a go.
Yeah, I think probably the next battle report you'll see might be Chaos Knights versus Blank. I think we're and ahhing between Death Guard and what was the other one?
Sisters, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends, we'll see. But then again, this might come out after we've already filmed it. You know, the whole multiverse vibes of everything's all kind of backwards and forwards and whatnot. But yeah, what did you think? Did you like fighting them? Were you a bit?
They're tough. They're tough. They are definitely tough. Especially if you pass your saves, which you did on occasion. Granted, I know we had the epic little blow up down here with the.
Oh, I'm so glad we filmed it. So glad.
Doomsday Arc getting double 6. That was pretty fun. But I feel like if I were to go up against this with no anti-tank weaponry or very little anti-tank weaponry, you're going to have fun. You're just going to walk through it for days.
I think with us, because we have we obviously a list up of what we're gonna face. You kind of have that, not building for a deliberate thing, but there is an element of that. You know what you're facing. So I guess from a tournament point of view, your list was pretty balanced. To be fair, you had a lot of anti-tank, you had a lot of combat, you had obsecking troops. So really, it's sort of a list you probably would take to a tournament with Necron. So it's not like out of the ordinary that you would take that. But Knights are going to always be fantastic against some armies and absolutely rubbish against others. Tau with railguns, like what are you going to do with that? Nothing. If they hit with a Markelighted railgun, you're probably going to pop a 500 point model a turn comfortably, unless you whiff really bad. But then against maybe some of like the kind of more mediocre sort of armies that are kind of struggling in the meta, they just walk all over. Yeah. We'll see. But I am absolutely psyched to see what they do on the channel. Like we said, we've got some more War Dogs to come, a little sprinkling of Forge World as well, and then you never know, there might be some more bigger nights down the line where we can get a proper fleshed out, really, really fleshed out list. Yeah.
Right, well, I think that's about it, really. You've nattered on.
I have.
It was a decent enough game for me. I did enjoy it. But with that being said, there's a subscribe button down below. Please feel free to hit it. And I don't know if this will be included yet, but a buy me a coffee link as well in the description if you want to throw us a little bit of money, or a super thanks if you want to do it here on YouTube. We would very much appreciate that, because the cost of living in the UK is flying up, and the cost of this hobby keeps flying up, so it's a balancing act. But regardless, a subscription and a like is more than enough. So guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Bye.
This combat now, what's he called again? Just Huntsman, a war dog?
Huntsman.
The Huntsman. Snow White is somewhere out here, but the Huntsman is here. Yeah, she's there.
They're the dwarfs.
Let's start this clip again. Hello there, I'm the Huntsman, and I get 5 attacks basic. I get a Daemonbreath just because I can. And then I've got a Relic and a Warlord trait. And then I get to double him.
Not far off. I'm filming here.
You didn't double him, double an airport.